You're listening to WTIM, your information station. It's time now for your expanded local news. The Christian County Sheriff's Office is expanding its efforts to enforce the law in the county's small towns. They're also working closely with other agencies in the state to protect communities regarding narcotics arrests and other major crimes. With summer activities ramping up, officials want to educate the public on best practices to stay safe. Multiple towns in Christian County do not have their own police forces. Despite having limited resources, Chief Deputy Jim Baker says that they have a memoranda of understanding with these areas to help provide more coverage, especially when it is needed.
We have had two, if you will, villages reach out, and they're in a bind with not having a full-time police force. One of them has never had a full-time police department, being Bullpit. The other one, this has been discussed before up in Mount Auburn, and it never come to fruition. So Kincaid has recently reached out. They're currently without a police department. The county is covering that. And the only problem is, oftentimes we're operating the whole county with two deputies. And so it makes it tough to dedicate hours to that location. Oh, yeah. And what we have recently drafted is an MOU with the village of Kincaid to where they will now be paying deputies, if you will, after or before their shift to come over and put some hours in as a dedicated full-time service over there and as an interim until they get something figured out.
The CCSO is also training its staff to handle more significant incidents and collaborating with other agencies to secure more resources if needed.
We're excited that after we joined the CAT team to be a part of it, the next step now we've got some guys lined up taking some testing and doing some training on the ERT team, so we can kind of expand that. Additionally, I'm working on a little, if you will, it takes a lot of MOUs, which are, your agreements with other counties. I've recently talked to the Shelby County Sheriff over there about maybe implementing a major crimes response team, and it would be more focused solely on investigations. Gotcha. So that way, if they have an incident and need, say, to interview 10 people at a bar fight, then they can call in, same as we would be able to pull them resources from other agencies and start working on that. But it's in the works. Just takes a lot of things to get your memorandum of agreement when it comes to, what's the parameters and stuff like that.
Summer is officially beginning, and that means people will be headed to county fairs and other popular carnivals. The Christian County Sheriff's Office is promoting tips from the American Red Cross to help keep people safe. They suggest groups arrange a meeting place to reunite periodically and to remember what other members are wearing in case someone was to get lost.
We call it best practice. One of your best practices probably to go ahead and designate a meeting place, a meeting time. Maybe it's every other hour or whatever they decide. Additionally, it's always a good practice to pay real close attention to what was the last known thing they were wearing. Oftentimes, the easiest way to do that is just take a quick photo. That way, if a child goes missing, and a lot of times, they're just up to kid stuff and they miss that check-in. But when we go looking for them, if you've got a photo to say, hey, this is what Johnny was wearing, it's easier for us to get that out there and show people. So it's a good idea to take that photo. The carnivals and fairs, you want them to have fun, but we also want to be able to be, safety and reuniting in mind on that.
Independence Day is upon us, and this brings about safety advisories when it comes to fireworks and other dangerously hot items. Chief Deputy Baker recommends having a fire extinguisher handy and being mindful where the fireworks are being lit.
Some of the things that I've followed up on, every year nationwide, there's so many injuries that happen because of fireworks, and it leaves, permanent disfigurement, scars, stuff like that. And it's just mishaps with fireworks. And just some of the safety ideas out there, you want to make sure that keep a fire extinguisher. If you're going to go ahead and do those fireworks, then you want to have a fire extinguisher or water on hand. Be mindful of your surroundings, and have it in an area that you don't have to worry about a fire taking place. The biggest thing is, adult supervision. It comes down to, we all get there, we're having fun at a picnic, kids has got sparklers. Maybe the 10-year-old's comfortable at lighting a sparkler and you letting them, use a sparkler. Just remember that sparkler burns at 12,000 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's going to basically burn the skin if it actually bumps another child. It's always a good idea, put a layer, a cotton glove on, or some type of glove to let the child hold the sparkler, or affix it to some type of clamp, something like that, so it's not directly right above their hand.
More information on the Christian County Sheriff's Office is available at christiancountysheriff.com. Chief Deputy Jim Baker appeared as a guest on the WTIM Morning Show. The Illinois State Police recently wrapped up commercial vehicle enforcement campaign in Montgomery County to help promote safety on local roadways. The detail was conducted from June 23rd to the 25th at a fixed-scale site located near Litchfield, and involved inspections, enforcement, and driver education. Illinois state troopers carried out North American standard inspections on commercial motor vehicles, checking for violations related to driver impairment, equipment issues, and overall safety compliance. ISP officials say the goal of the operation was to enforce regulations while also stressing the importance of responsible commercial vehicle driving. Over the course of the 3-day campaign, a total of 2,956 commercial vehicles were weighed and 184 were formally inspected. Officers identified 32 out-of-service violations, which required the vehicles or drivers to be removed until the issues were addressed. Additionally, 8 overweight violations and 93 other safety-related offenses were enforced. The Illinois State Police continue to stress that ensuring the safety of commercial vehicles on Illinois roadways plays a crucial role in protecting all drivers. Learn more about the Illinois State Police by visiting isp.illinois.gov. Lincoln Land Community College has released its dual credit presidents and vice presidents list for the spring 2025 semester. These students are being recognized for their outstanding academic achievement as high school students earning college credit. Dozens of students across central Illinois were honored with honors this spring, representing a broad range of communities including Taylorville, Litchfield, Nokomis, Morrisonville, Pana, Witt, and many others. LLCC partners with high schools throughout the region through its dual credit and College Now programs. These courses allow students to earn both high school and college credit through teachers at their home high school or from LLCC instructors at one of the college's 4 locations. Students who achieved a perfect 4.0 GPA earned a President's List honors and were marked with an asterisk, and then who earned a GPA between 3.5 and 3.99 received Vice President's List distinction. That full list of students is available and their hometowns at llcc.edu. This will conclude the first portion of your expanded local news. It's brought to you by Taylorville Community Credit Union.
This is Will Perkins with Taylorville Community Credit Union. Are you looking for a great CD rate? If you are, TCCU has amazing rates from our 7-month special to our 60-month CD. If you are looking for a great investment, now is the time to put your money to work in a TCCU CD. Our minimum deposit is $1,000. For more information, please contact us at any of our convenient locations in Taylorville, Pana, Hillsborough, Litchfield, or online at tccu.org. Dividends will be compounded monthly. A penalty for early withdrawal may be imposed. Fees could reduce earnings on the account. Member NCUA.
The Greater Taylorville Chamber of Commerce is promoting new tools for its member businesses to manage their activities. It's also designed to help bring in new members who want to join. The Chamber is also preparing for a slew of events, from community gatherings to professional development sessions for members and the public itself. April Wolf, the GTCC's interim operations coordinator, has been overseeing the development of new member tools. They are based on an online portal, which is accessible on the web and via a mobile app.
I'm super excited. We as a organization are super excited to have this new membership management system and membership portal with a companion app, actually, that you can download on your phones to be able to manage your chamber membership. So we launched our new and improved Taylorville Chamber website along with a fully online membership management system and member portal. We talked about it at our membership appreciation breakfast this past Friday. This is an extensive advancement and really launches us from sea level into outer space. So we are going to be so much more able to efficiently and effectively serve our clients, our members, and then they are also going to be able to have buy-in and control themselves because they'll be able to log into the member portal, control their membership, their renewal. They'll be able to see upcoming member exclusive events, register for those things.
The app is available on the App Store and Google Play and can be found by searching Wild Apricot Member. The GTCC has a busy start to the summer lined up. Board President Crystal Baker says several community events are scheduled in the latter part of June.
Saturday, the 21st at 11:30, the free community meal by Dinner Seasoned with Love at Calvary Baptist Church. Monday, the 23rd, in Assumption Community Child Care Center is going to have a ribbon cutting at 4:30 p.m. And that's a part of Kimmer Village. Friday the 27th is the book signing at Sydney Lynn's Little Bookshop with Frederick Durbin, as well as a movie in the park, a showing of Wicked by the Taylorville Park District. Sunday, June 29th is a big one. 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. is the charity car show for the Children's Miracle Network at Walmart. We've talked about this a few times. And they are currently collecting funds for a kickoff of the event with an ice bucket challenge. I don't know if you've heard about that with Chief Wheeler and my husband, Chief Deputy Jim Baker with the county. Whoever gets the most money in their containers, which are located at Walmart, is going to get a bucket of ice dumped on their heads. So go support a great cause and put the money in the one you'd like to see that happen to.
In mid-July, GTCC will host its next Business After Hours event. These are opportunities for those involved with member businesses to network with each other. They receive valuable insights from other executives, as was the case at this month's event.
Yeah, so we had a Business After Hours, our networking events that allow businesses and organizations to meet others and share resources and skills in a more casual setting. The last Business After Hours event was co-hosted by Connor Metcalf at State Farm and Sperling Title Services this past Tuesday. It was well attended, and we hope that Business After Hours will continue to grow and bring local business communities together and support our local campaign even stronger. The next Business After Hours is going to be hosted at the local YMCA on Wednesday, July 16th. I just think it's really great. Like you said, it's just an environment where it feels comfortable. So Connor got to talk to a lot of different people about what he provides at State Farm and different insurances or life insurance. And it was just an easy, calm, no pressure environment that he could just tell a little bit more about his business. And same with Sperling Title. You know, if you're not buying a new home or doing anything, you may not know exactly what they provide. And so you can go in and chat with them, see their offices and what all they have to offer.
Finally, the professional development seminars continue throughout the summer. This year's sessions are known as Level Up Your Summer.
So we had one this week. It actually ended up being a live seminar, which is going to be available for our members in our library on our member portal. But our second Level Up Your Summer professional development session will be held that was our second. Our next one is going to be on social media, different social media. And that is going to be held, I missed it here.
I believe that it is Tuesday the 24th.
Tuesday the 24th.
Tuesday the 24th
11
at
a.m.
11 a.m.
At the chamber office, yep.
More information on the Greater Taylorville Chamber of Commerce and their events is available at TaylorvilleChamber.com. Crystal Baker and April Wolf appeared as guests on the WTIM Morning Show. Lakeland College recently welcomed a group of students from Mattoon Middle School for a one-day STEM camp. This event was aimed at sparking interest in science, technology, engineering, and math. Organized by the college's Trio Destination College program, the camp gave students a chance to explore the campus and also take part in learning activities. One of the highlights of the camp was a scavenger hunt that took students across campus to places like the Financial Aid Office, Student Life, Counseling Services, the Broadcast Communication Area, as well as an EMS ambulance simulator. As they went from stop to stop, students worked in pairs to solve clues and learn about different support services and academic programs. The students also spent time in the manufacturing skill lab, where they explored high-tech equipment used in fields like robotics, welding, and electronics. The lab gave them a look at how these tools are used in real-world jobs. The day was set up to help students better understand the possibilities in STEM-related careers and how higher education can help get them there. This STEM camp is part of an effort by the TRIO Destination College program to encourage students to set goals for higher education. The program works with junior high and high school students, aiding them towards high school graduation and potentially enrolling in college. Patrick DeHaan, a petroleum analyst at GasBuddy, notes that gas prices in the U.S. are actually lower due to a ceasefire between Israel and Iran. According to DeHaan, closing of the Strait of Hormuz would nearly be impossible due to the strait being over 20 miles wide. Moving down to obituaries, which can be found at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com and are brought to you by Sutton Memorial Home. But first, our second segment sponsor, CNB Bank and Trust.
In Taylorville, we know the value of getting more for your money. And at CNB Bank and Trust, our premium checking account delivers just that. Earn interest on your balance and unlock buzzing perks like local discounts, roadside assistance, and cell phone protection just for banking where you live. Stop by our Taylorville branch today and experience banking with extra benefits. CNB Bank and Trust, helping to open doors since 1854. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Moving now to said obituaries, which are brought to you by Sutton Memorial Home.
When it comes to organizing your life, Sutton Memorial Home in Taylorville has some words of advice. Consider pre-planning your funeral. The death of a loved one can be a traumatic event in people's lives, and you can spare your family the burden of planning a funeral when they are grieving. Sutton Memorial Home knows that establishing a pre-arrangement assures that important decisions and your personal selection are made in advance and spares your family an additional burden at their time of loss. Sutton Memorial Home in Taylorville. Caring is what they do best.
87-year-old Carolyn Sue Childers of Sharpsburg died on June 24th. A graveside service will be July 2nd at 10 a.m. at Edinburgh Cemetery in Edinburgh. Funeral arrangements are being handled by Sutton Memorial Home in Taylorville. That will conclude obituaries for today, June 30th. Find more at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com. Currently, it is 74 degrees and a slight mix of fog and mist still might be lingering. However, there is a good chance for showers here, mainly after 4 p.m. and a high of 86. That chance of showers set for 30%. For tonight, thunderstorms potentially and a slight chance of showers between 11 p.m. and 1 a.m. A low of around 67, the chance of rain set at 40%. Tuesday, sunny with a high of 83, and Tuesday night, mostly clear, a low of 65. Headed into Wednesday, again sunny, a high of 85, a nice calm wind before the afternoon hours. Wednesday night, mostly clear, a low of 67. So a nice looking set of days coming up here across central Illinois. Get details on these and other local news stories at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com, or you can see them every hour on WTIM. WTIM is your only local news radio.
This is Blaine Cornwell with Prairie State Insurance. Running a commercial business today can be extremely complex with supply chain uncertainties,